You're about to get some good advice, but it's not financial advice. Check the disclaimer. Guys, once again, old Alfred comes around to see if you cats are picking up what I'm putting down. Today, I've got another trade breakdown for you guys. And once again, it's on Ondo. And once again, it's a short. I promise you guys, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait a while before I do another trade breakdown on Ondo. But why am I doing this like this? I'm doing this like this to make a point of, okay, when you get more familiar with one particular pair or your few pairs that you're good at trading, you're going to catch vibes and you're going to understand the movement and behavior of that stock or that forex pair or that cryptocurrency, and it's going to help you to be more efficient trading it. Okay, and I'm practicing what I preach. I'm showing you guys, I'm giving you the sauce just like I do in all these videos, step by step. And I'm going to keep on saying, hey, don't be the guy that's out there trading 100 different coins or whatever the latest fad or narrative that you're hearing from your favorite influencer. Okay, we're all influenced by someone. So I'm not ragging influencers. I'm just trying to help you make some shimane, okay? Consistently. I've been doing this on and off for about 25 years now. A little bit more than that, but you can't do this, in my opinion, consistently without some of these things that I'm going to be sharing today. Now, let's start off with where are we now? You can see right here our fearmonger free online indicator, and we have 3 of 5 bulls. This is why while I'm doing these shorts, hey, I'm usually in and out pretty quick, but this is why I'm not holding, because right now, hey, we got a little cycle going on to the upside. Sentiment is pretty good. Okay. So if I'm doing a short, I'm not holding it very long. Stick around to the end, guys. I'm going to talk about a little trick you can do to bring the cost of investing in crypto down. Stick around to the end also, because there's a rule. There's a rule when I'm doing these multiple times, kind of back to back, and I want to share it with you guys at the end when I get to the chart. But first, we first find our trade ideas over on our crypto screener available at Amassers.com. So here's a snapshot that I saved, and you can easily save these anytime inside of the screener. Just click and it'll give you an HTML table like this. This is what I was seeing about midday, and you can see the third thing here is Ondo once again. So gave me the trade idea. I've been profitable, and you guys saw the last trade. I was profitable trading Ondo, so I'm going to go back and short it again. Now, don't go back to the well too many times. Use the rule that I'm going to give you at the end, because it's going to help you to not go back to the well too many times, just back to back. Okay. Like, if you really look at the dates on these, some of these just a couple of days and I'm back again to trade the same trade. But when we get to the price section and we look at the one indicator that I have, which is ATR on that chart, you're going to start to see, hopefully, and understand why and what I'm trading around. Okay. Now, let's just look really quick. We were number 3, and let me point something out. You can select either the traditional finance futures, or you can come in here and just look at crypto. I had all of them on this, and that's why you can see that we got Coinbase here, and we got Intel here. Okay. The highest thing as far is just crypto again was Ondo for that day. And that's why I want to try and catch me a little short. Let's talk about the order and the execution. I put my pending order in and it was way up on the deviation levels for that day. What happens if my order don't get filled? A lots of times my order don't get filled, or I won't say a lots of times, but it's happened. You know, some weeks it happens more often than others, but when my order doesn't get filled, then my order doesn't get filled. Okay. I didn't make any money on that order. I didn't lose any money. Now, you have to as best you can become emotionally detached with that. But I'm not sitting around all day waiting, uh, looking at a chart. I'm just putting my order in. If my order gets filled, then it's like, wow, how do you catch those orders? I don't. I have a plan. My plan is based on the statistical data that's right here on our screener, and I put the order in. This is how I find my idea. But again, the chart is the second part, and that's where I go and look at some actual lines I've drawn, and I complete my exit to the trade over there on the chart because I actually did just come in after I'm in this trade and say, okay, where do I want to exit at? That may be somewhere around the quarter or half a deviation back down. It may also be just a place where I see a line and we may be coming back to that line that was previously resistance and now is support. Okay, that's all for this section, guys. Let's go over and look at the chart, and it's going to make more sense what I'm saying, hopefully, because you're going to see that we're going to come down to that line that was once a previous resistance line. So let's get it. Let's work. Okay, guys, I hate to be that guy, but if you find this content helpful and it's benefiting you, please consider using our referral link to join the BitUnix platform. Okay, here's our referral code down here. Here's the little QR code thing you can scan with your phone. I don't do a lot on my phone, so I hear, okay, I hear that's what you can do. Now let's look at what we got here for our trade. You can see it's about 20%. You notice, guys, a lot of these 20, 25, 30, something like that. Okay, and I'm in and I'm out. Let's look at the time it took. It took like 16 hours. It's 20%, about 16 hours. I think the other one was 17 hours again. It over time gives me an idea of when this is performing well and when this isn't, because I can also base it on theta or time, guys. And that's going to help when you consistently trade this strategy and you build up some data so that you can have objectively what's going on. Now, okay, let's go over here to the next section. Okay, guys, now we're over here on the chart for the Ondo coin, and I got a few things I want to point out to you guys that can hopefully make this whole process of trading easier. Okay, you look here, and you can see I've got like a line right across this ATR average trading range. Okay, let's focus on this because I so hate to see when people start saying ridiculous stuff like an indicator. I watched an indicator made me lose a trade. The indicator doesn't take the trade. You take the trade. When you become consistently profitable trading, I can almost guarantee you, and there's very few guarantees in trading, but I can almost guarantee you, you're going to have built the ability to be self aware and to take ownership for your actions. Because trading will give you like a reality check. Okay. Indicators don't lose trades. You lose trades. I lose trades. But there's never been an indicator to lose trades. I'm not talking about EAs, guys. Okay? This is before Smarty Pants comes on here in my comments and say something like that. Let's look at it on the chart, though. On my soapbox. Okay? This is the indicator. It goes with price action. Where's price action? Boom. We're going up. Where's our average trading range? It went up the same way. Boom. Okay. This time it's going up. Getting back here again, this time it's going down. Now, I pointed out in earlier videos, the ATR is only going to show you volatility and acceleration. Okay. Again, what's happening here is going up. Now, something else I've mentioned is I'm doing these trade breakdowns is you see how we're going up here, accelerated, and there's a trade where I got in and sold and bought it back for cheaper. Okay. Now, then here's the cycle again. We keep heading down. Okay, then you see what's happening? Explosive price action. Guys used to call this impulsive moves. And we go back up again and goes up a little more. And I got back in and I leave again with more. Now I want to point something out. Like I said in the other videos, what's happening here? This is going up, this is going down. None of that really matters to me. The only thing that matters is where am I getting in and am I leaving, exiting with profit? It's possible to profit both ways, guys. But a lots of times, guys are looking for the perfect strategy that's going to give them the winning direction every time. Sometimes I'm hedging, so the direction matters even less. Sometimes, it's like I know I'm counter trend trading. If I'm aware that I'm counter trend trading, then the direction matters less to me. If it mattered more, then I'll be trading with the trend or what I believe to be the trend. But this thing is going up and down and up and down, and that's because everything is in cycles. Why did I do shorts both times? But I want to point out, here's the time I done a short, and here's the time over here I done a short. Every time I'm doing this, because I'm trading against the trend, I only give myself permission to do a short if in fact my entry is higher than the last time I done a short. Now there's gonna come a point. I promise you guys, I'm not gonna show any more trade breakdowns with Ondo for a while. Okay, because another thing I mentioned in another video, and I'm just trying to drive these things home, is I've just been trading the same pair. This is Ondo. I'm trading the same pair. I'm trading in the same direction. I'm more familiar with this because I've been trading Ondo since like last year. Sometimes I'm long, sometimes I'm short, but it helps me that I get more and more familiar with the same trading the same pair. I catch a feel for it, catch a vibe. Okay. Again, Bruce Lee said, I'm not afraid of the guy who's out there and practicing 1,000 different kicks. I'm afraid of the guy, way more concerned with the guy that's practiced the same kick 1,000 times. This is trading is a warfare to some extent between you in the counterparty. So that's why I bring that up. You're going to get more familiar when you learn to trade the same thing. Uh, Maybe it's not as exciting, but in my honest estimation, based on my decades trading, it is more profitable. And you're going to get more comfortable doing it. Okay. So, off my soapbox with that, guys, that's the third. It's not here on this chart, but that's probably the third time recently I've been trading Ondo. Okay. I like Ondo. I believe in real world assets. But both of these times I've been shorting. And that brings me to one last point. I'm trading. I'm not investing. I got some Ondo. I mentioned that, yeah, I've got some spot. And that's an investment. That's what I'm holding. But this is trading. One little extra bonus, okay? Let's do this bonus. If every time I exit a trade with 25 points, 20 points, 18 points, and I just go and buy Ondo, the same underlying on spot, every time I do that, it's almost like if I'm buying it with what I just made, I'm bringing my average spot price down because I'm getting it for free because I just made the profit. Now, that's another way if you want to combine trading and investing. That's a little secret. That's why these institutional guys love futures cuz they can bring their average price down to a price that you've never even seen. You're not playing their game until you start to think outside the box like this. Okay, that's it. For real this time. I'm going to get off my soapbox once again. This is Alfred for Amassers.com. If we've helped you, please help us like, comment, subscribe. See you when I see you. Peace.